Hey everybody out there, Chris Cards here with my spring training send-offs for 2020. I'm going to show you guys who I'm going to attempt to get to sign from spring training. Now, I'm leaving off a lot of players that sign year-round. Pat Neshek, Steve Cishek, all those guys sign year-round. There's no point in sending off to them. I can send off to them whenever I want, usually, and get a return chance at them, stuff like that, although I think chance is in here. So I have this set into 3 different categories. Hard, which means I'm probably not going to get this back. This stack right here is all hard, which means the likelihood of me getting these cards back signed are slim and none. I'm better off going into my backyard and throwing all these envelopes into the swamp. That is my level of confidence, not very high. As you see, I have the date of 2/10 on here. A lot of these are players that signed during a certain period of time. So Steven Souza Jr. is on my not going to get back pile, but maybe I will. So I'm taking chances. I'm going to see what my results are. I'm going to let you guys know what they are when I know. I put little stickers on these, too cool. I'm trying to get these to stand out. Here's Tyler Wade, Yankees, also hard. Andrew McCutchen, also hard. You see the stickers on here? Yes, they're ridiculous. I have no idea where I got them from, but I saw them sitting here and I said, let's just stick some stickers on the envelopes. Try to make them stand out any way possible. Maybe he'll open it. Maybe he'll sign the cards. Maybe he'll return them. So, Ian Happ, Tough, Wilson Ramos, Hugs, Best Friends. He'll either throw this away, burn it, or file a restraining order against me. Never. We'll see about that. I mean, I got these cards laying around. The worst amount is a common card and a couple of stamps. So, Paul DeJong, also Tough. Give that a try. Miles Mikolas, too cool. Maybe he'll see that and be like, hey, let's see what this is about. Dylan Betances hasn't signed since 2011. Maybe a My Friend and a Heart will change his mind. Jesse Winker, very hard, hasn't signed since 2018. Aaron Judge. Takes about a year to return, but he does sign some stuff. It seems like he signs 8x10s, magazines, stuff like that. So pitch here if you will, and this is what I do when I'm sending off to some of these guys that don't do return to sender, or they keep all the envelopes in a large tote or something. Maybe they're going to get to the cards later. Maybe they just keep the cards. I have no idea what they do with this. But I imagine when they're storing them, the 8x10 stick out more than usual. So Aaron Judge's return on 8x10, and we're not talking a bunch of them, just a handful of them over the last year, lets me know that maybe he does sign some of the more awkward stuff, whereas an envelope like this will just kind of get lost in the mix with all the other envelopes. So what my plan for Aaron Judge to do is maybe get a larger envelope to put some cards in for him to sign. Maybe he'll open that before he opens up all these envelopes. I'm not sure when he'll ever get to these envelopes, but you're fun, Best Friends, Aaron Judge. There's Grover because he kind of looks like Grover. And we'll see what happens with this. I'm not expecting this back, but we'll see. Jose Urena of the Miami Marlins, 2018 was his last return. Tough. Parker Bridwell hasn't had a return since 2014. We'll see about that. Carlos Correa with the Astros, probably looking for a friend or two, so we're pals all of a sudden. Hasn't had a return since 2018. We'll see. Whit Merrifield, also 2018. We'll see. Adam Duvall, I saw him play in Kaiser when he first got drafted many, many years ago. Hasn't had a return since 2013 when he was in the minors, so we'll see what happens with this. Chris Taylor, Dodgers, no return since 2014. Tough. Starling Marte, 2017, also hard. Brandon Nimmo, hard. Bud Black, hard. Regular season, he seems to sign more during the regular season than he does during the spring training time period. So maybe if you guys want to give Bud a shot, it would be probably more beneficial to send it to Colorado. Luke Weaver, also hard. 300 plus days on his returns, but he does seem to have some success. I'm mailing this out today because his returns have come very early in February. It's February 4th as I'm doing this video. So I'm not screwing around. I'm going to put this off to the side and I will mail that out today with the rest of my stuff. All right, here is the maybe pile, guys. I got the hard pile, the maybe pile, and the yes pile. In 1 year's time, I will come back to this video. I will recap my hits and my failures from my hard, maybe, and yes piles. It should be interesting to go through these real quick. and either give them a ding ding for a return or a buzzer for a failure. So my maybe pile, Adley Rutschman, #1 overall draft pick for the Orioles. He has signed a little bit. I give him a maybe. He is a new player. I don't unfortunately have any of his cards. I just have signature cards in here from the sign. I just don't have any of his cards yet. I know they're out there, but I just haven't gotten my hands on any of them yet. So Josh Jung, here's a Stars and Stripes card. That is a maybe. I'm thinking maybe if this goes to Texas and he's kind of flying under the radar and there's not too many requests, maybe he'll sign it. Alec Boehm, yes. He signs in the minors. Usually if you send it to his minor league team, he'll sign. We're trying Phillies spring training here, trying to get him early. We'll see what happens. Tampa Bay, Blake Snell. A lot of these people have him on a yes pile. I have him on a maybe pile. I sent him twice last year. I got 1 return. He did sign more during the season than he did during spring training. So you guys might want to hold off and send it to the Rays Stadium during the regular season, then spring training. Zach Godley with the Tigers. 2018, he signed during spring training. 2019, he did not sign. Maybe he'll sign this year. Chris Stratton, he's a big maybe. He'll take about a year to get back. He takes his sweet time, but a lot of returns are coming back right now for February of last year, which is crazy. So we'll see in a year's time if this is a success or a failure. Matt Olson. He takes a while, takes a year plus, but he does sign. He's another guy that does sign during spring training, and he also signs during the regular season. In fact, I've seen more regular season returns for him than spring training returns. So another guy, you might just want to wait till the start of the season to send it to Oakland. Jorge Bonifacio, or George Bonifacio, KC Royals. Maybe. He did not sign in 2019, but he did sign in 2018. So let's give this guy a shot. In a lot of cases, there's just 1 card in each of these. Tuffy Gosowicz signed a minor league deal with the Milwaukee Brewers just recently. I give him a maybe because he's signed in the past. Also, he's new with the stadium, kind of flying under the radar. If you aren't looking up these guys, you're not really knowing where they're signing with. I'm looking these guys up. I'm trying to beat everybody to the punch and get the requests in before the pile comes in. Now, I understand making this video, I am increasing my competition for success because a lot of you guys might try some of these people, but I know some of you guys are just interested and see who I'm going after. Wilmer Font with the Blue Jays. I'm trying to get him. He signed before. I don't like sending to Canada. I've never sent to Canada before because return postage is tricky. I think if I had to do it, I would just send a couple bucks to be like, hey, here's a couple dollars. Please send return postage. The more complicated you're making it for the player, the less likely you are to get a successful return. So I try not to do that. In fact, I've never done that. So I'm going to try the Blue Jays players while they're in spring training. So I got him, who's a maybe. Ahmed Rosario, I gave him a maybe as well. I got a successful return from him last year. Going to try again this year and see what happens. Another Met I got last year, a successful return, is Jed Lowry. I'm not going for him again this year, but if you guys want a yes, that is a definite yes. You will sign. Oakland A's, Daniel Mengden. I sent one off to him last year. I did not get it back, but plenty of others have got his return, as well as during the regular season. Going to try him again this year. Mike Soroka. Sporadic returns during spring training, but this guy actually does sign generally through the season if you send off to the Braves. So I'm going to send this off to spring training, see what happens. I'm also going to send off during the regular season another card. We'll see what gets to... We'll see if I have any success with either one of those attempts. Tyler O'Neill. When you send off to the St. Louis Cardinals during the season, he tends to sign. Spring training is a big maybe. So why don't I just wait till the regular season? Because I don't want to. I've got lots of Tyler O'Neill cards. Here we go. Let's give this a shot. Maybe I'll get lucky. Tim Locastro with the Diamondbacks. Maybe. J.D. Davis with the Mets. Signed last year during spring training. Another maybe. This is a guy I got in person last year at Petco Park. I had him sign a ball. Even wrote a little note in there. So, hey, man, sorry I didn't have any cards last year. I got cards now. Hope you can please sign them. So maybe he'll open this up. Maybe he won't. Another one, J.D. Davis. Big maybe. He did sign a bit last year. We'll see if he's in the mood this year. Pittsburgh Pirates. Jameson Talon. or Tylon, or Talon. Jamison Talon? Maybe. We'll see. All right, guys. Now for the grand finale, the yeses. These guys will probably sign without a doubt. Kyle Brnovich. He's a high draft pick for the Orioles. I have a Stars and Stripe card in here for him. He will probably sign it and get it returned. Trevor Williams, Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes. He pretty much signs year-round, either spring training or through the team. So there is no deadline on this. You don't have to get this in for spring training. You can probably send him throughout the year and get him a response back. And here is Rowdy Reed, or Red. I want to say Randy Reddy, because that's what his name reminds me of. It's weird, but that's not what it is. He's a catcher for the Nationals. Sort of a backup. Depth piece for them, if you will. He likes to keep cards, so send him your best card, and that is it. Or send him 2 cards, and if you don't mind him keeping one, he'll probably keep one. But hey, you get your return, who cares? Sue Lin with the Boston Red Sox. He will sign. Steve Buechele, coach with the Rangers. He signed in 2018. He did not sign in 2019. For some reason, I'm confident I'm going to get him to sign in 2020. I think you got to get him early in the season, early. Here's Rafael Belliard, who is a coach with the special instructor for the Royals, I do believe. He should sign. He'll sign a bunch of cards. I think I got 3 or 4 in here. Got lots of Rafael Belliard cards. Chance Adams, another guy who signs year-round, whether you send him to his AAA team, the Major League team, or in this case, spring training. He's now a Kansas City Royal. So this should get under the radar, hopefully before everyone starts swamping him with requests. Miami Marlins, Garrett Cooper is a big yes, great signer. TJ Rivera with the Phillies, fresh off his Tommy John surgery, former Met, getting a second chance with the Phillies. Really awesome hitter when he was with the Mets. Too bad he couldn't stay healthy. Going to get this in there and see if I can get this signed from him. I'm pretty sure I will. Tim Bogar, first base coach for the Washington Nationals, your world champion Washington Nationals. He's a great signer. I sent him last year throughout the season, and he signed. So spring training or regular season does not matter. Tim Bogar will sign your 90s Mets cards. Joel Cotton is in the S pile. He is a guy that generally signs throughout the season as well. He is now with the Cubs. Let's see how this goes. I'm confident I'll get this back signed. And another Blue Jay, another great signer, David Aardsma. I got a few of his pretty sweet cards that I wanted to send to Toronto last year, but he signs throughout the regular season. So if you are in Canada, he is easy to send to and get a return. If you are in the U.S. like me, I guess you can just do it during spring training. That way you have a proper self-addressed stamped envelope with the proper postage on it. Just a couple more to add to the list. Here is a maybe from Kristavensky, the Astros. Patrick Waddle from the Braves. And these remaining ones are yeses. Daniel Descalso, Justin Steele, Daniel Robertson, and Nathan Eovaldi. Nathan, you got to get pretty quick. So if you're watching this and you want to get him, you better send it out real quick, because this is a spring training only signature usually. So just a few more to add before I send them off. I just wanted to make sure this was as complete as could be. That is who I am sending off to spring training this year. I will probably add a few more into it, but that is generally it. I went through my Stars and Stripes cards again, my minor league cards, to see who are getting spring training invites. That is it, guys. Those are my spring training attempts. Hopefully you got some ideas out of that. I'm trying to... Some are long shots. I get it. This is no guarantee that you're going to get your cards back. Please don't rely on anything I say as fact, because who knows, some of these guys might not sign ever again in my yes pile, and some on my hard pile just might start signing like crazy. I make no guarantees about any of my claims. If you guys are interested to see how this works out for me, please subscribe. Keep up on my videos. I will keep you updated throughout the year on my returns, my spring training returns. And of course, next year I will go through these super fast, and I will let you know within one calendar year who I got a return from and who I am still waiting on. I think that'll be an interesting video. But of course, that won't be for at least a whole year. So that's a slow burn. And I can do the same thing for next year as well for next year's video. So each year's video, starting with next year's, I'll be able to do a pretty cool recap and let you guys know what my success rate was, what my failure rate was, and let's see how close I was with my yes, hards, and maybes, and see who we got back in return. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. Can't wait for the start of the regular season. So stoked, so excited. Just bring it on, baseball. I'm so geeked out about it. Just let's. I don't know, man. I'm just insane right now. I can't wait. I do have several goals this year as far as TTMs are concerned. I really want to send off one entire team, 25-man roster, one per player. I just think it'd be funny to do. Get an entire card of every player on a team, send it off on the same day, and see what happens. Keep track of that kind of stuff and just do fun little things like that. What else we have going on? I got AJ Mintner. I'm going to put that off in April for whatever reason. He likes to sign, but he won't sign during spring training. He'll sign during the regular season, so I got that one going off April 1st to Atlanta. Spencer Torkelson, I found a Stars and Stripe card of his. He should be a top draft pick in 2020. I'm sending this off to my first college. I'm going to see if this works or not. I'll let you guys know if sending off to the college works. I'm not quite sure. Jack Leiter, another college. I'm sending this off to Vanderbilt. We're going to see if I can get that card signed as well. Giant spring training. I'm going to save this until March, until the broadcast team gets back. This was actually supposed to go out last year. It never went out, and lo and behold, during the regular season, my crew co started signing quite a bit of cards, so I should have sent this out to Giant Stadium last year, but I already had the stamp and whatnot on it. Now, if you want to change the address, all you got to do is put a next card right on top of this, tape it with a new address on it, and that way you're not wasting a stamp. In this case, I just thought I'd wait a year, so this is still from last year. I'm going to send this on March once they start broadcasting games. Hopefully he gets it, and hopefully he signs it. If not, I'll probably send it off to Giant Stadium during the regular season, and there's been lots of successes from him from last year, so hopefully I'll get a return as well. And of course, nearly impossible Carlos Beltran. Thought I'd give him a shot this year. What the heck? He's in his Astros uniform in the card I have in here. But obviously I won't be sending that off because he is no longer the Mets manager. So that was kind of a bum deal. There you have it, guys. My 2020 spring training send-off through the mail request. Sorry this video went too long. I'm sending out over 50 requests, though, which is the reason why it probably went 15 plus minutes. It took me a heck of a lot longer to get all this together, hours of work. Thankfully, I had a lot of YouTube creators such as yourselves out there making content for me to watch while I was doing this. Appreciate it. Thank you all very much. And stick with my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. That's how you're going to find out if any of this was worth it or not. I like to cast a wide net. I try not to let statistics discourage me from just giving something a shot. You never know, and hey, my philosophy as far as losing cards are concerned, I don't want to lose my cards, but if someone came into my house in the middle of the night and took about 1,000 cards out of my monster box, would I know they were gone? Probably not. That's sort of my way of looking at these cards, so hope you guys liked the video. Sorry it was super long. I know a lot of people are sending off now, and they're saying, hey, send off today, send off yesterday, Monday, whatever. I'm looking at send-offs from last year. The sweet spot is usually around the 10th. I'm going to probably send mine off on Thursday or Friday. They'll probably be getting into Arizona and Florida around Monday or Tuesday. So crowdsourcing all this information from other TTMers and trying to come up with a basic strategy. So thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I will be back later this weekend with another video. And I've got my hands on a jumbo box of 2020 Top Series 1. So I'll be breaking that for you guys here later in the week. And we'll check that out together. I can't wait to get my hands on it. And yeah, stay tuned.